And welcome back to Kyoudai Ai, the mostly weekly podcast where two brothers geek out about everything Super Sentai and Kamen Rider, or at least the seasons we've watched so far. I'm your host, superjollymac, and I'm joined by my brother and co-host, DonTheVan.
Hello.
So let's dive into all the toku and anime chaos we love. Grab your gyros, your Gorai changers, cue the theme songs, and let's get into it. How you feeling this week, man?
I feel good. Yeah, I feel good. I had to think about it for a second. How about you?
Shouldn't have to think about it.
Sometimes you gotta think about it. You gotta assess how the week has really been going.
No,
You can
sure.
feel good one moment, and then the whole week's been a disaster, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
How you been doing, though?
Not too bad. It's warmed up a little bit at least. I think the temperature might drop again, but surviving, trying to keep everything on track. Yeah, no big complaints.
I feel it. Honestly, I feel it all the way. Oh. Anything big going on in your neck of the woods?
I don't think so. Just another week. We can go ahead and dive right into it. Oh, I guess this probably won't fit into anything else, but well, no, it'll fit somewhere else. Game-wise, you been playing anything? Let's start.
Have I been playing anything? No. No. I think last time I said I played Resident Evil 3 all the way.
Oh, yeah. You did.
So I went out and I bought Resident Evil 4 physical. So I have that. I plan on starting that tomorrow as of the recording.
Like the remake?
Yeah. Yeah, the remake. And then I got Dragon Quest 3.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah. The HD 2D remake. So that's going to be exciting. I've never played Dragon Quest, so we're going to see how that goes.
Yeah. I don't think I've really been doing too much. Final Fantasy, I failed at getting a house again. Other than that, I don't think I've been doing too much grinding the relic quest, which is taking a long time. It's kind of a grind, but
yeah,
you only kind of have to do it once. Other than that, been playing some, well, I guess it is playing. So Gloomhaven, still playing a campaign of Gloomhaven and Frosthaven. I have campaigns of both of those, and then D&D.
What's the difference between Gloom and Frost?
Gloomhaven came first, so think of it as, well, I guess they're slightly connected, but Gloomhaven came first, and then it's Frosthaven.
Got you.
So currently playing Gloomhaven online, and then Frosthaven in person.
Got you. Would that relic quest go by faster if you had some help?
Not really. It's just you have to grind roulettes and some other stuff. So it's just time, and it takes so much. You have to grind for pace, and it takes so many runs. But once you do it once for one weapon, then the rest of the weapons go a lot quicker. It's just
that first one.
Yeah, if I sat down and really grinded it out, I probably could get it done. But ain't nobody got time for that. So we'll see.
Yeah. I might join you. I got a PC, so
see how that goes. Fancy.
I know. My friend gave me his old one, and then I got some pieces to upgrade it and update it. So
okay,
we'll see how this all goes. I might be joining you in the realm of 14.
Okay, well, let's keep it moving. You been listening to anything?
Oh boy. I think last time I said the Don Toliver album, but I listened to that again, and then I listened to J. Cole's album.
Ah, did you? I was gonna give you some grief if you hadn't listened to it.
Yeah, I listened to it. Yeah. Well, I live with our brother, so I would have had to listen to it.
Oh, is he listening to it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
The day of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah. Our cousin is in one of the videos.
Like which cousin? Female?
Yeah.
Okay. The rapper?
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. I forget what her name is, but yeah. Not what her real name is, what her artist name
Her
is.
rap name.
Yeah.
Oh, what's her name?
Yeah.
Her rap name. I don't remember what her rap name is, but yeah, she's in the video. Apparently, J. Cole's like camera team was out there on was it Bragg? They might have been on Bragg.
Like Fort
but,
Bragg or like Bragg Boulevard?
well, the road.
Okay. I think it's Bragg Boulevard. I forget.
But yeah, she said she just like happened to be out there. They were like, "Yo, do the call," and so it's in so it's in the 2-6 video.
Yeah, it sounds about right. I haven't listened to the album yet.
Yeah,
maybe I'll do that before next week. How long is it?
oh,
I know it's 2 discs or 2 whatever.
It's about an hour and 30.
I might do that then.
It's not too bad. Let me see.
Yeah.
Hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, I thought about it and I just haven't had time, so I didn't do it. But
yeah,
maybe I'll do that before next week. Yeah.
It's actually really good. It's really good.
Yeah. I've heard good
barely
things.
Any skips. Yeah, barely any skips.
Barely? Okay.
Yeah, if at all. I mean, it depends on your mood. I mean, if you're wanting like the faster stuff or the slower stuff, you might skip to the faster stuff or skip to the slower stuff. But
yeah.
I mean, all in all, for an album, there was no skips for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm. You'll like it. You'll like it.
Well, I haven't been listening to too much. I got into my free run kick. I forgot to mention those last episode, but the ending and opening for the new season are great as well. So it's Lulu by Mrs. Green Apple, which I love. That's the opening for the season. And then The Story of Us by Millette. I think she might have done the endings to the other seasons. I've heard a couple more of her songs, but I like it. The mood of those songs just like scream free run. I don't know how to describe it. Like the ending is kind of folksy, which kind of matches up to what's been happening. And then the opening is just like they've been hitting on endings and openings, I think, the entire time. This is probably the third one I think they've had, and I like them all. Yeah. So it's more free run vibes. I'm liking it.
I gotta catch up before I can give my input on it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've heard the first opening and ending, right?
Yeah.
I think it's Yaosobi? Yusha? I forget what the first one is. Probably Yusha. But yeah, it's good. I like it. The rest of them live up to what Yaosobi did too. I think it's Yaosobi that did the first opening.
So it's pretty consistent as far as quality throughout all of them.
Quality, yeah. Like there's only, well, I don't know, a couple of the series have consistently good music, and Free Run is one of them. Like
I meant for Free Run specifically.
Yeah, Free Run always hits. They haven't had a miss yet, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's really all I've been listening to. Not too much.
Okay. Yeah, it's like that sometimes. I didn't listen to anything new last time outside of the album.
Yeah.
It's like that. Time is fleeting.
Yeah. We can keep it moving then. We're getting through it.
Yeah.
What about watching?
What have I watched? I watched I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh, like the new one?
Yeah, I hadn't seen it. I actually hadn't seen it. I was like, oh, interesting. Okay. It wasn't nothing crazy for me. It had the guy that was in him. I was like, oh, that's the guy that was in him.
Oh, I still need to watch him.
Yeah. Him is a weird one. Him is it's interesting to say
Yeah,
the least.
it's not
Yeah. So
really Peel though, right? It's somebody else.
not really. It's he produced it, but it's directed by somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I need to watch that. And then how was I Know What You Did Last Summer?
That was okay.
Okay.
It was all right. Yeah. It was a remake, you know.
Yeah, I
I
know.
mean, yeah.
Did you ever
I
see the
can't
original?
I saw parts of it. I don't think I ever finished it.
Mhm.
But if I have seen all of it, it was like a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I haven't seen the second one.
I don't know if I
So
ever saw the second one. But yeah, that's
didn't it have
been. What's that?
I was gonna say, didn't it have like Brandy in it or something?
Brandy was in the first one, I think. I thought she was in the first one.
Oh, maybe. Future us, look that up and let us know.
Yeah, I think, or maybe no, she was in the second one.
Okay.
Sarah Michelle Gellar was in the first one. Yeah, I thought they were in the same one, but I guess not. But I don't know. We could look it up later. Let's see. What have I been watching? I've been keeping up with the anime series that I started with this season, which is odd because usually I get too busy and I fall off. But those I've been trying to keep up with all. I'm trying to keep up with the shows that we watch, and then I've been keeping up with most of those shows. They've been decent. Yusha, what is it? Something about a hero. What is it in English? Sentenced to be a hero.
Yeah. Oh, I need to watch that.
I'm still meh on it. Like, whatever. It's shonen. It hasn't surprised me yet. It's pretty.
Yeah.
It's in the same camp that I would put Demon Slayer in.
What?
I mean, Demon Slayer is pretty. It's shonen. It's pretty.
Wow.
I'm not trying to like start anything. I'm just saying, like, story wise, which is what I usually go for. It's just like, eh.
Too late. You done started it. You done started it. You done opened the can. You can't put it back in the can. It's open now. It's out here.
Yeah. But the biggest surprise so far is I think originally I was what is it? Kaya-chan wa Kawakunai? Like Kaya-chan? Kaya-chan, okay. Kaya-chan isn't scary. I was gonna drop that one, and then I was more excited for what is it? I played Death Games to Survive or something like that. But that's kind of boring. It's got like a noir vibe to it, like a film noir. Okay. It's kind of slow pace. I'm not gonna drop it. I'll still watch it, but Kaya-chan has like jumped up past it, and I'm kind of interested in Kaya-chan because Kaya-chan goes hard, bro. Like the art style isn't the best, and it's about like these preschoolers, which preschoolers are in it, but yeah, it's pretty good. I like it so far. So I'm interested to see what they're gonna do. They've surprised me, so I'm gonna keep up with it.
Okay.
I thought I might wait until the end and just watch it all, but yeah, I'm keeping up with that one. Other than that, this is after the Super Bowl. Did you watch the Super Bowl?
Bits and pieces. We were on the road. We were kind of like driving to different people's houses.
Did you watch the halftime show?
I saw it.
Yo, you need to go watch that halftime show.
I saw it.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah.
And you weren't impressed?
It's Bad Bunny.
Okay.
Yeah. He's Bad Bunny. He's there.
Okay.
He's there.
Well, I enjoyed it. It was very good. I don't think I've listened to much Bad Bunny, but like everybody says the vibes of it was good. I like the selection, like the track selection he picked.
Mm.
I think he used a couple of like old tracks that I was like, wait, what? Why is that playing right now?
Yeah, he played more older songs, but
Yeah. And then it felt like he had a nice mix of like some salsa, a little, I think he had some
mm,
bachata in there, some
mm.
what's the other one? It's like a little bit slower.
Uh, I
Kizomba.
forget. Zumba.
Reggaeton.
I know that reggaeton.
I'm good. So
Okay,
some Kizomba. Yeah.
Kazumba.
Um yeah, I like the different genres. He seemed to pick songs from different ones. Sorry, I'm about to die.
No, you're straight.
So I like that. Uh Lady Gaga popping out. I'm like, what?
I was about to say, yeah, she's like a rendition of somebody's song.
It
Like a
was
different.
her and Bruno Mars' song. I forget what it is, but it
Yeah,
was a nice salsa version of it. I like the
yeah,
song. That version of it. I like the normal song too, I think, but I like that version of it too. That version
yeah.
of it, I might like a little bit more. But it was a good version of it. I liked it. First, I was like Lady Gaga, but then she started salsa, and she started getting down too. I was like, okay, let's go. And then
Yeah,
Ricky Martin popping out. I was like, wait, is that Ricky? Okay,
yeah,
okay, man.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, he had some surprises during his show.
I thought it was good.
It
I
was
liked it.
cool.
Good time.
Yeah, it was cool. I'm just a hard cookie to impress. That's all.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay,
Mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
bet.
I'm a
Um,
tough critic.
yeah,
Tough
I
critic.
see. But that was good.
Yeah.
I need to watch the State of
Uh,
Play. Maybe if we finish this, I'll watch that. But
oh yeah, I need to watch that too. My friend was watching that earlier. He was saying stuff about it. I meant to watch it, but I was trying to get some stuff done also.
yeah,
Did you ever watch Wonder Man?
no, maybe we'll see what I can do this weekend. I might start it this weekend.
Mm,
Yeah, but I have heard good things about it. So
yeah, it's really good. I mean, honestly, one of the best shows that Marvel has put out.
I have heard that as well. So we'll see.
Since well, I can't say since Endgame because that's the only time they've been putting out shows is after Endgame. So
Yeah,
it's for me, it's between Wonder Man, Loki, and I mean that's really it.
I really wasn't feeling Loki. It had a cool concept, but I don't know. It was just a little bit too much.
Did you watch season 1 and 2?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Hmm. Wait, whoa. Why did you think it was too much?
it just got a little bit like Loki, the character. I'm not the hugest fan of, and it's just like, okay, what are you guys doing?
Like in the comics and also the MCU?
Yeah. So I mean, it's fine. No, like no digs at the actors or anything. I wouldn't
Yeah.
rank that as my top MCU show. I don't think though.
I mean, compared to all of them though.
Compared to all of them, yeah. I mean, they all had issues, but I don't think I would place that way above. I don't know. Well, thinking about it, I don't know. They've been hit or miss. They've been fine.
I can't think of any that's like above it.
Like
I mean,
I didn't hate what was the first one? WandaVision?
Wanda,
Yeah, I didn't hate
yeah, that one was
WandaVision.
good. That's up there.
I didn't hate what is it, Sam? No, it was Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I didn't like how they did like the bad guys in that one.
I didn't
And
like that either.
I didn't think he had enough time to cook after he picked up the shield, but I mean, it was fine for what it was.
I could respect that. I could
Yeah.
respect that assessment.
And then I mean, the only ones I really didn't like were even Moon Knight was like whatever. It was fine.
Moon Knight. Oh yeah, Moon Knight was decent. Okay, I'll throw that up there too. Moon Knight was
Yeah.
decent,
Miss
but they didn't have too many that stood out and that actually did anything.
yeah.
Like
Yeah, I think
uh,
it didn't have the impact, which makes sense because it's a TV show, I guess, and you don't want to
yeah,
force everybody to be able to or have to watch it and then keep track of everything. It's just it didn't have enough stakes, I think. But it's the same thing with their movies at this point, so we'll see what happens.
yeah. Well, I will say Wonder Man has that. It has that weight to it. Like
Okay.
it's actually really like I think I said this last time, but like I was watching it and I think I got to like the second or third episode and I was like, wait, like I literally paused it and I said, wait, I actually really like this because I wasn't gonna watch all of it. I was
Yeah.
gonna watch like an episode or two and then go to sleep. I ended up watching the whole season in one sitting. I was like, dang, I actually really like this a lot.
Yeah.
It was so good. Like it didn't drag on or anything like that.
Yeah.
It was great.
I think that's the problem. Secret Wars was probably, maybe that was the worst one. Hawkeye, I liked too. I mean, it was fine. It wasn't like the most
Mhm.
amazing thing, but Hawkeye was fine. Secret Wars, I think, is the only one that's I really was like,
Invasion,
man, I don't. What's that?
Secret Invasion.
Oh, Secret Invasion. Yeah, sorry, not Secret Wars. Secret Invasion, because I was just like, man, you could have done so much better. I don't know. It
Yeah,
was
I
just a
heard that one.
disappointment.
Yeah, I heard they're trying to retcon that one.
It's like they should have just named it something else, and it would have been fine, I think.
Yeah,
But I don't know. They should have come
yeah,
up with a better idea.
yeah. They should have just left it alone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah. I'm
that's it.
definitely with you on that.
Yeah.
Um, Something else I did start watching was the Night of the Seven Kingdoms, the Game of Thrones show.
Oh,
I
cool.
did start watching that. That one's pretty good too. Um, as far as storytelling goes, I might go pick up the book because that's like a prequel, like three short stories together in one, and it's not too big or too long, I should say. So I might go pick that one up. But it's really good so far. I'm hooked.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's about it for watching for me. That's it for you.
Yeah, we can go ahead and get into it.
Let's get into it. Let's get ready to talk about anime. All right. I gotta find mine. I gotta find my notes. Here we go. All right. I found my notes. Are you guys ready for this? We're still talking about Jujutsu Kaisen. Ain't nothing changed except the day. We're on episode 17 and 18. You already know what time it is. Spoilers are ahead for up to episode 18. We got 17 Kyoto Sister Exchange Event Group Battle number 3. This one, we start off with Mino in a flashback getting told by May that Maki is only a grade 4 sorcerer and that she's not that strong. Yeah, she was wrong about that. Maki is gonna wipe the floor with May and with ease. At least that's the look we get inside of May's eyes when she sees Maki pull up from half court. So,
Wait, what do you call her?
May and Maki? I mean, May, Maki, and Minao? Oh.
Miwa.
Oh, am I saying it? Miwa?
Yeah, with the katana, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Minow.
Minow.
Yeah, that's how you spell her name.
Oh, maybe it's different in the. You're watching the dub.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe they changed her name. It should be Miwa. I thought. Okay, continue. Sorry.
All right. I'll call her Miwa, or try to. It might be a switch between the two.
That's fine. Do
It
your
might
thing.
be,
Do your thing,
yeah.
man.
Because like I tried to go back with the subtitles and like actually write down their names as they spell it in the show, but we'll see. Or I'll go back and double check it. But Miwa is saying that Maki is like on level with like a grade 2 sorcerer. Pretty much she can take out a grade 2 curse and everything like that. Maki definitely overpowers Miwa and shows her excellent her excellent what's the word I'm looking for? Skills with her weaponry, mastery, weapons mastery, as she closes the distance and uses a lot of strategy to overcome Miwa's cursed techniques. And she ends up stealing her sword, which leaves her pretty much defenseless and standing there, stuck. So with that, we cut through the intro song, and then we come back to learning that the curses are for the event are they have their tags on them, and that whenever a student from each school defeats one of the curses, the tags like bursts into like a flame back at the headquarters for the event, and it burns blue for the Kyoto school, and it burns red for the Tokyo school, or for like an unknown cursed energy, or if it's defeated by somebody that they don't know because of Maki, since she doesn't have cursed energy. So we learned that, and then we cut to Nobora and Mishimiya going head to head. Mishimiya pretty much gives some words to like, I don't know why. To me, this feels like it came out of nowhere, but she's like starts talking about May, and how like, oh yeah, May is like super like strong, and she's been through so much, and she's going through this and that with her family, and I was like, oh, cool, but you're fighting Nobora right now. And then Nobora like gives like some words in defense of like Yuji's humanity, which makes more sense because Mishimiya was like saying like, oh well, he's just a curse and everything like that, and Nobora's like, don't you talk about my friend like that. I'm going to smack you up with my nails and my hammer. And she was like, he's just as human as any of us, and we all have our problems and stuff. And I was like, yeah, Nabora, that's how you say something that's relevant to the conversation. And so, and pretty much like right then and there, Nabora's like, all right, I'm tired of this. And then like she like burst out her technique and stuff like that. And then she's like, "Oh well, let me not hit Mishimiya with my real hammer. Let me pull out a toy hammer or something like that." And then she hits her over the head. And then right when she's about to go mollywop her for the second time and take her out of the game, May saves Mishimiya with a long shot through the forest and takes out Nobora with a rubber bullet. Ugh, you hate to see it. Um, but at this point, Man's on the phone with Mishimiya, pretty much is like, yo, you good? She's like, Mishimiya, get back in the air. We need you up there. And then at this point, Maki confronts May, and they share words before they go one on one. At this point, we cut to see that, excuse me, we cut to see like a little flashback to before the event started to see the Tokyo squad talking about how May should be a higher grade than she is. Like she's really a fourth grade sorcerer, but like she should be up there like second grade or like maybe first. But her family keeps getting in the way of her promotions, and then we get another flashback after Maki and May kind of like start to trade off their first initial blows. So when they were kids and everything like that, and it gives us the backstory about them and their family and why uh their family doesn't respect them and everything like that, how they were going to be like, I guess, servants to their family because Maki didn't have any cursed energy. And then the fact that she's twins with May, they're like, well, twins are a sign of bad luck and everything like that. And May has like very little, I don't want to say very little, but not as much cursed energy as people would like. And it gives us a backstory. Maki, they grow up. Maki's like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and skedaddle, but don't worry, I'll be back and I'll take over the family for you, big dog. And pretty much May is like left behind. And with this, Maki and May continue their fight, and we get to see May's cursed technique, which is pretty much she's able to create physical matter with her cursed energy, and so like that's why she uses like a gun revolver type thing. Well, that's why she uses the revolver. Um, she's limited to like creating one bullet per day. So she uses a revolver so people don't know that she has like that extra uh um I don't want to say ammunition, but extra bullet uh hidden away in a tuck, kind of like a little mental strategy. So she uses her technique. But then we learn that Maki also has some tricks up her sleeve. We learn that she has a heavenly pact as well, the same as our main man, Mekamaru. But this is different. Hers, instead of giving her cursed energy, gives her superhuman physical abilities. Because she most definitely catches May's cursed energy bullet out of the thin air and pretty much is like, yeah, you're gonna have to be quicker than that. Do better, little sis. And then she pretty much takes out takes out May. But then we also learn like her clan won't acknowledge her power because she's a lady and she doesn't have cursed energy. So it's like a double hit to her. But Maki defeats Mei in battle, and then Mei admits that she never really wanted to be a sorcerer in the first place. She only left because Maki left, and that she would have been cool just staying in the family at the bottom, and wanted to. And she asked Maki, "Why was it not enough to be at the bottom with me? We could have started at the bottom and ended at the bottom." But yeah, that's the end of this episode. What did you think about it?
I liked it. Liked having the ladies get a chance to shine with their fights. The Nobuto fight was kind of like meh. I don't know. I wasn't really feeling it.
Yeah.
No, until the end. Then Nobara, like, about to hit her when she pulls out the squeaky hammer. I laugh, escape, because I was like, okay, that's pretty funny. Because she's like, well, if I hit her with my hammer, I'm gonna kill her. So I'm gonna. And then she pulls out the squeaky hammer. I was like, that is ridiculous. And then getting hit like out of the blue with that snipe when she's about to go in for the killing blow was also pretty like OP. But crazy. I mean, it was Maki's episode to shine. So from the beginning with her fight with Miwa, and Miwa being like, my line is like, she seriously underestimated her. She's really freaking strong. This is ridiculous.
Yep.
Actually, I like Miwa as well, because she's like hilarious. Yeah. I like her a lot. But yeah, Maki just shined the whole episode. Like, kudos to her. Yeah. Like, she seems way over OP.
She should.
Yeah, and I liked hearing about the clan and their backstory, so I still want to learn a lot more about Maki and Mai. But that was kind of touching, like Maki not being able to shine just because she wasn't born as the heir and didn't have one of the bloodlines that the family was looking for. Kind of sucks, but let's see how far she can go. Hopefully, it's far. With this show, you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took out my main man Juniper. Wait, what's his name? Junpei.
Oh yeah. Juniper. Okay.
Hey man, I caught it. Junpei.
Yeah.
So that was a hard one. I felt that one. I felt that one deep down in here.
Yeah.
Within this area.
So.
Junpei.
Yeah, but
sorry.
Nobuta and Momo's fight was kind of like meh, but everything else I love this episode.
Yeah, I mean, Nobara hasn't really had too much of an opportunity to shine yet, so
yeah,
I feel like it's on the way. I feel like it's coming. It has to happen. Well,
yeah,
I mean, obviously not in this fight because she's out, but yeah.
Yeah, she got knocked out.
Yeah, she's gone.
Which sucks, but like, yeah. Out of them all, I just didn't feel Momo. I think Momo was what dragged down the fight. It just felt pretty kind of like
Nishimiya?
Yeah, Nishimiya.
Yeah. Wait, is her nickname Momo?
I think that's probably her first name.
Oh.
Nishimiya sounds like her family name. I don't know. Yeah, that sounds like a family name. So it's probably Nishimiya Momo.
Okay, I need to add their whole names into my notes. But yeah.
All in all, good episode. I liked it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else to add to it? Nah, I don't think there's anything else to add to it. I do like the fact that the Tokyo school sees Yuji as more than just, a curse, and like they try to defend that. So like every time it comes up, they always say something to speak to it. So
yeah.
And I think go ahead.
I guess I can see why the first years too, because they've spent time with them. But I think it's cool that are they second years or third years?
Yeah, you're talking about Panda in them.
I forget which year they are. I think they're second years, but it's cool that
Panda, right?
What's that?
You talking about Panda and the other two? Yeah, they're second.
Yeah. So I think it's cool that they also like are just accepting like that. They're like, okay, yeah, Yuji's cool. Let's go.
Yeah, he just popped out of nowhere. They said, oh, this is the guy?
Yeah.
I like him enough. Heck yeah. But yeah, I like that part. I like that they do that. But yeah, we can go ahead and go to episode 18, which is Sage. So in episode 18, we are just thrown right in the middle of a whole separate fight. We have Fushiguro going up against Kama, and they are fighting. Let me delete this real quick. There we go. Uh, and in this fight, excuse me, we learn that one, Kama can manipulate blood, which is how he's getting his arrows to kind of like fly through the air and chase after Fushiguro. Uh, and this is a technique that kind of is passed down. Like his family is able to use like blood manipulation, cursed energy, and it doesn't just stop at like just like having blood on the arrow or anything like that, but they can manipulate like on a cellular level, like their blood and uh, just anything that has to do with blood. So like blood density, blood flow. Um, I'm assuming stopping blood and moving it around. They can do a lot with blood. We're gonna figure all that out later. Uh, but also we figure out Fushiguro, which I mean I feel like we already knew, but he can manipulate more than one Shikigami at one time. But like he's kind of like pushing his boundaries right now. Like he's manipulating a lot. Like I think he has his dog out. He has his bird out. I don't know what his bird is called. And then like he has some
Nue.
frogs that we see. Yue.
Nue. I don't know what
Yue.
it is in the dub, but Nue is its name in the Japanese version.
Okay. All right. He has his dog. He has Nue, the bird, and then some frogs, which help him with the arrows and everything like that. And they have his back. And with that, they're just fighting. We see that Toge is with Fushiguro's shadow dog, and pretty much his shadow dog found Mekamaru's arm, so he was able to call Minwa, and he pretty much told her to go to sleep, so she went to sleep over the phone. So she's out of the count. And at that point, we learned that the principal of the Kyoto school pretty much rigged the event with the grade. They say semi-grade one curse. I'm just gonna say grade one curse because whatever. With the grade one curse in order to take out Yuji. So like while everybody's distracted, Yuji will be fighting Todo, and pretty much after Yuji is done fighting Todo, the grade one curse will come over and attack Yuji because it's been trained to respond to a whistle and to go after uh a scent, like a blood scent or something like that. So this is what Kama was supposed to do. Kama was supposed to put like the blood scent on Yuji so that when he's done fighting Todo, he could blow the whistle and the grade one curse will fight him. So after we learned that, we cut back to Toge, who is in the forest. And behind a tree, we see the grade one curse kind of pop out from behind the tree and then get thrown straight to the ground because wow, what? Hiname is
Hanami.
in Hanami? Dude, I thought it was Hanami. Hold on.
I think it's
All
Hanami.
right, in my notes, I have it spelled wrong. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
In my notes, I have it spelled wrong. I thought it was Hanami, and then like I went back to my notes and like it was spelled a different way, and I was like, I don't think this is right, but I'll go with it. All right, Hanami. Ah. Anyways, Hanami is behind him, and he throws it to the ground. Or she throws it to the ground. After Toge sees this, Toge's like, "Yeah, I'm out of here," and so he runs. He's a smart guy. He's a smart guy. That one. But with that, we kind of see that all of the curses for the event get destroyed all at once, and uh, everybody's like, "Oh, I guess the event's over. I wonder what happened," but they don't know what happened. So the important part is we cut back to Toge, who was running away from Hanami, and Fushiguro and Kama are in the middle of fighting, and pretty much they see like a huge tower of like tree vine trunks things, nature, shooting up into the sky, chasing after Toge, and then Toge is like, run, using his powers, and then they're like, okay, and then they run, And now all three of them are running away from Hanami, and it's great. So we cut from them to Mahito and random curse user number one, pretty much talking and saying, well, I guess it's time to join the fight. And random curse user number one decides to go ahead and create a barrier to keep the students inside. With that being said, we cut back to the head teachers and the principal of the Kyoto school. So Gojo, I don't remember her name, but the Kyoto head teacher who was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get my student from out of the lake because she's asleep." Excuse me. So she goes to get Minwa and
Me. Wah.
Miwa and everything like that. But as they do, the barrier is completed, and we find out that Gojo cannot go inside of the barrier for whatever reason, but the Kyoto principal and head teacher can, so they do, and they run into cursed user number one, who is like, "Yeah, bro, let's get the show on the road." Also, where's Gojo? I guess it was a surprise. I guess Gojo was supposed to be inside. Who knows? But the Kyoto principal, tells the Kyoto head teacher to go ahead and go get the students. So she does, and then the Kyoto principal starts to prepare to fight the cursed user. We cut over to Hanami, who pretty much traps Fushiguro, Kama, and Toge into like this corridor alleyway, and then they start to fight. But then they realize very quickly that they can do no damage to Hanami, and Hanami's like, "All right, bro." And so she starts to speak to them, and they're like, "Whoa, it can speak." And then she's like, "Yeah, I just want to protect the planet, y'all. I'm just trying to protect nature and everything like that. Y'all are kind of getting in my way, and humans are kind of like destroying the planet. So to protect the planet, I'm going to kill all the humans that are destroying the planet." And so the real battle begins. What do you think about this episode? Because that's the end.
I liked it. Starting off with the fight. I like Kamo and Fushiguro's fight. It was pretty cool seeing Fushiguro try out some new what are they? His they're not Kage. Yeah, Shikigami. And it was pretty cool seeing a little bit of Kamo's power with the blood, and then him like his eye going all red, and then you're like, and then you kind of see him slowly explain it, and you're like, oh, he's controlling his own blood, and then Fushiguro kind of figuring it out as well. That was pretty cool. So I like that. Toge using the phone to knock out Miwa was pretty funny too. It was like, oh, okay, you could even do it through the phone. That's like plan. That's like a grade A plan. I don't know why you didn't call more people and do it that way, but that was a pretty good idea.
Maybe because he ran into Hanami. Maybe he was gonna call more people.
Could be. And I didn't know. Did you notice when Yuji got splashed with blood? Was that when they first attacked?
Yeah, it was supposed to be when they first attacked. He didn't like when they first showed it. I don't think they showed him getting splashed with blood. I don't even think they showed him getting splashed with blood this episode. But they just kind of said it. Like, oh, he must have done it when they ran into him. Like, because I was looking out for it. I was like, did he splash it? But I didn't see it. I could have missed it, but I didn't see it.
Did you go back and look?
Yeah, I played it twice.
Okay. I might have to go back.
I didn't see it. I could have missed it though.
Yeah, I might go back to the episode and like, oh, I was thinking about doing that, but I might not. But I mean, it's pretty cool how they kind of layered everything into it. Finding out how they could put rules on the barriers to like make it more powerful by adding like little flaws into it was pretty cool. The family thing is the only, like the 3 head families or whatever. That's the only thing that's a little bit confusing right now. But other than that, sounds like these sorcerers are getting freaky. I'm weak. I mean, hey, it's like, okay, whatever. Yeah,
keeping it in the family, man.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't. But that one dude, the butcher or whatever his name is, I don't know I don't think they said his name, but him getting pissed off that Gojo wasn't in, and it's like, obviously nobody told him what the plan was, because the plan was to keep Gojo out. So you were not going to see Gojo.
Right.
And then, my man, if you see Gojo, you screwed.
Yeah.
So
I don't think he knows. He just wants to make a coat rack out of him.
he can't know.
He can't.
Because I mean, if Jogo couldn't do it, like, come on. Unless this dude is supposed to be stronger than Jogo. I don't think so.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
I doubt it. Jogo's pretty good. He's pretty strong, man.
So all in all, I liked the episode. I liked Anime showing up and then everybody trying to fight him, and then being like, yo, we might be in trouble. And Toge being like, yo, you guys need to run. Run.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, yes, they were definitely keeping it in the family. They probably shouldn't keep it in the family. We're gonna have to figure out the lore behind the big three, the big family three, the family big three, the big three families.
Yeah.
However you want to say that. But I don't know. That part confused me too. I think I had got through season 2, and I mean, obviously saw the beginning of season 3 in the theaters, but that part never did make sense to me. And hearing them talk about stuff like here, like Kama was talking about, oh, if only Maki and Mei had gotten the ability, and I was like, wait, are they in the same family? And like it's confusing. I agree, it's confusing.
Yeah, I think Maki, Mei, and Fushiguro are in the same family.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure.
So they're like cousins?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because Fushiguro, or maybe not. I think so.
I think so. But that's who he was talking about. He was like, if only they had got his power.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, because doesn't Fushiguro say something about not being part of the Zenin clan?
Yes.
I think so.
I think. Never mind. No, I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah.
But yeah. We definitely hear more about that later.
Maybe.
That's all I'm gonna say. Get more lore on Fushiguro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna say. But yeah, I mean, their fight is cool. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. All right, we're gonna come back to this. I promise. All right, wait, hold on, wait. Knowing the stuff from season 2 to now, some things are clicking and it makes sense, and I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense. Wait, but
it doesn't make sense, or does it?
It doesn't make sense. I thought it made sense. It doesn't make sense.
If I think I know what you're talking about, yeah, I went down that rabbit hole a little while ago, but we'll get there eventually.
Okay, well, we're gonna talk about it off the camera, so we don't spoil anything on the camera. But all right, okay, what are your thoughts on it? Did you say anything about Hanami and all that good stuff?
Yeah, I liked it all. I like the fighting. I like Hanami popping up. I think I went over everything else.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't know how Gojo's gonna get in, and 2, I can't wait to see Hanami in action.
Oh yeah, see an old man like take off his little sweater and tie it around, and then
he pulls out a guitar.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, payoff for the opening, check.
Yeah, check.
And the opening does show a little bit more than I thought it did originally, but that's probably only because I know the future.
Yeah, it's tasteful though.
They do a good job.
Yeah, it's tasteful.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I don't remember what I was gonna say. No, what was I gonna say? I don't remember, but Gojo getting in Hanami. Hanami's cool. Oh, Hanami is a girl.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I was gonna say that because you said he, and I was like,
oh,
Hanami. She.
Oh, I meant to be saying they because I wasn't sure. Because I think they have some of them. Because in the ending little thing, they have Mahito in a dress too. So it's like, okay, which I don't know.
Mahito's a guy, but Mahito's pretty eccentric. So
hey, whatever. I was trying to use they, but I forgot. So if it's a she, then you'll have to correct me.
You didn't hear her voice? She sounds like a lady.
Yeah, but the voice doesn't mean much.
Yeah. But then they also say she too.
What's that?
The other curses say she too, I think.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I think. I don't know. But she's she. And she's pretty cool. So
yep.
I'm eager to see how her fights go, because I do remember them being a highlight when I watched it the first time. So I'm eager to see them again and see how I feel about them this time.
Yep.
But yeah, that's it for anime. So we can go ahead and get into the Toku.
Let's get it going then.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited for this one.
Time for tokusatsu. We are watching Ninpuu Sentai Hurricaneger and Kamen Rider Ryuki. This week we're going to be talking about episodes 21 through 24. Yeah, of both ones. So spoilers ahead for those two seasons. Programming note, I think I'm going to start breaking out the Sentai episodes, starting with the seasons, like I do the anime. I have some ideas for the opening and some other stuff. So I was wondering if I should wait until the next season to do it, but I think I'm going to start back at the beginning of this season and start releasing them slowly, and then try to keep up with it from there.
Okay.
But let's start with Ninpuu Sentai Hurricaneger. Scroll 21. Masks and Riddles. Kamen to Nazo Nazo. Nazo Nazo. We can start off with the opening is still banging. And I think they took out, is it Sagarin? What's dude that got murked?
I don't remember his name. I was trying to remember it the whole time I was watching it, because I was like, yo, he's nowhere to be found. Yeah. I know who you're talking. You're talking about the green guy, right? The big green dude.
It wasn't Sagarin. Sagarin is still there. I forget what his name was, but he's gone.
Yeah, you're talking like pillar number 4 or something like that.
Yeah, I forget which number he was, but Jikanja says somebody, or they say the 6th spear destroyed over 1,000 planets by himself and is on the way. And then the rest of the spears are like, yo, then why didn't he show up at the beginning of this fight? And then he's the boss is just like, you'll see. What's his name? I forget what the boss's name. Sao?
I think so. Hey, you can't be pulling a me now.
Yeah, I know.
You're supposed to be the one who knows the name.
I forget. I wrote down his name, but I forgot.
Yeah. It's hard, man. It's hard, I promise.
It's like 2 letters. I forget. But anyway, he's like, yeah, you'll understand when he gets here. And then we see a figure going around in the city, kind of invisible, or other people can't see him. And it ends up being the Man Maruba. And then we find out, I think we find out for the first time that he's actually the 3rd spear of the Jikanja. And he's looking for the Go-Rider. So he sees the Hurricaneger and he's like, nah, not them. He's looking for the Go-Rider. When he finds him, he starts attacking, and then he hits Iko with this big kind of attack. And then we see this flash on Iko's chest, and then Man Maruba kind of like disappears. Then the 6th spear arrives, and it ends up being a new person called, or new Jikanja called Satara Kura. This is going to take a while for me to get smoothly, but Satara Kura. And he is interesting. Bruh is wild. He shows up and he's giving everybody these gifts. And they open it and there's like pie. They get pied. And it's like, okay, except for Man Maruba, because obviously he can see what's going to happen. And he's like, yo, I'm not falling for this. Then while they are meeting up, all of the Rangers are meeting up, and then something kind of leaves Iko's pants without anybody noticing. And then it kind of climbs to the other Rangers and bites them, or they feel little pinches. But nobody does anything about it or really notices it. And then we see this Kyoudai Satarakura show up, and it's just this giant form of him, and he's marching around the city. And everybody's like, wait, out of the blue? So the Hurricanegers transform, and then they call out, they bring out their giant, Senpujin, and then he goes up to him, and they're about to attack when Iko kind of sees or feels something is off, and then he yells at them to stop, but it's not quick enough, so they slash through the mirage, and it ends up slashing like a building. And then Sataraku kind of laughs at them, and then the monster of the week, which ends up being what was his name? It's not Sataraku, it's Jingiro, which is like a hard name to understand as well. But his theme is he shows up in a surprising situation, he surprises the human, and then they turn into exclamation marks. And then he gathers them all up, he stuffs them to a bomb, and he's like, once this hits 1,000, he's going to destroy the earth with it. Definitely an odd plan, but he's slowly accumulating a lot of human exclamation points and stuffing them in the machine. So Satarakura ends up coming to the Rangers. They start trying to fight him, but in the end, he ends up trapping the Rangers in a box, which makes them de-transform. And he says, hey, now that you're in here, we're going to play a quiz game. So the rules are, if they transform, the box explodes and it kills the other 4 of them in the box. If they fail, they drop into lava. And then Hamster Sensei tries to we see Hamster Sensei trying to pull out his giant phone and contact someone that he has apparently been talking to kind of the whole time, and he calls him Master, but he's not getting a response on the phone. And then we kind of end up with the Rangers failing 3 times during their quizzes. Once is like the wrong answer, I think. And then the second time is they run out of time. Yeah, the wrong answer, because these are obviously little trap riddles. So they end up 3 times. The floor starts opening up. There's lava underneath them. And as they fall, it opens up even wider, and they're about to fall in. And then as we cut for the episode, we see this strange figure in shadow hitting a ball at a target. And then at the end, he's just like, okay, it's my time. And that's kind of where the episode ends off. So what you think?
One, he didn't just hit a baseball at a target. He hit, what, 1 million?
Yeah,
Hit 1 million home runs? Come on,
yeah.
man. That's pretty tough. That's pretty cool, if you ask me. 1 million. He's like, all right, now I can join the fight.
Yeah.
He's like, now it's my time. I was like, okay. Anyways, but no, I enjoyed the episode. 1, the 6th pillar is pretty funny. I like him. He's giving Mad Yubiba vibes, and I'm here for it all the way. I'm here for it all the way. Like I said in what is it, Gal Ranger, Yubiba was definitely a saving grace. He was definitely a highlight of that one. So him and Sue Sue. Yeah. The fact that I remember their names says a lot.
Well,
like I remembered it easy.
Well, everybody else was just colors, so
yeah. And Ryuki. Yeah. Oh, I remember all of them. Yeah. Let's go. I told you I had something for the villains in that season. That season had me with the villains. I was like, yeah, let's go. But anyways, he's giving Mad Yubiba vibes, and I'm here for it all the way. Something like I'll save it for later on because it's gonna apply to all of it. But yeah, I thought the dude's name was Mirage, or is that the next episode?
I think it means Mirage. Like it's a play on his word. It's a play on his name.
Mirage or something like that.
Yeah, but it's Jingiro. I think
Jingiro. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was an interesting villain of the week, I was like, oh, this is different. And honestly, I thought the Rangers were done for. I was like, oh, we're gonna get it out the way mid-season and get a whole new batch of Rangers. Let's go. I mean, I knew that obviously wasn't gonna happen, but you know, they fed me a dream or a nightmare, whichever one you want to call it, and I almost believed it. Good on them. Good on them. I loved it. But this was good. Yeah, the quiz show I thought was a cool spin. I don't know. That's it though. Yeah, that's it for this one. We can move on. Or if you have any other thoughts.
Yeah, I think the monster of the week was kind of like, I don't know, having Satarakura come in and then having the monster at the same time was a little bit confusing because they kind of have the same design, kind of. I'm an older brother, so obviously Satarakura is annoying, so I don't like him. But I mean, he's fine so far.
He's awesome.
Yeah, the whole vibe is kind of weird, but it's not overpowering where I'm like, all right, I hate this thing. And I like how they are putting the Rangers in danger, and it doesn't seem like it's just like, yeah, they can't get out of this one. It seems like they're keeping them in danger, and it's like, it's pretty cool how they're doing it. So I liked it. Yeah. Still surprises to this episode, because I wasn't expecting that little figure in the dark. You can kind of guess what might be happening, but it's like, wait, for real? I thought we were done. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I like it. It's a pretty good episode. It doesn't feel like, man, I hate to keep bringing up Gal Ranger, but like Gal Ranger kept bringing in new people, and it's just like, why? You're just bringing somebody out of the blue? This one, it feels like, okay, like it doesn't feel weird at all. The sixth spear, they've been talking about that from the beginning. They said there were 7 spears, so I assume one more is going to show up. Yeah. The figure is out of the blue, but I'm just like, cool. I don't know. Thank you. Right, we'll see what happens. I mean, they could still just pull the rug out from under us. I don't know.
It fits.
Yeah,
I love it.
So
I love it. It makes sense.
But
kind of.
Anything else?
No, that's it. I'm excited to get to the next one.
Yeah. So we can keep moving to this next one. Scroll 22, Wings and Ninjas. Yeah. Tsubasato Ninja. So we start out with the Rangers kind of giving up in the quiz box. And then they come up with a plan that's like, okay, but if we all transform at the same time, maybe we don't die. They give it a shot. There's this big explosion. Satarakura obviously realizes that they're not dead. He plays like he's being fooled, and then he's like, all right, guys, where are you at? And then they kind of surround him, and then he still manages to escape. But before he escapes, he says that they've been implanted, and it's just kind of like this small thing, and then he leaves. Then we kind of learned that the Scorpions will kill their host within, I think, half a day is what they say. The Rangers kind of leave, and then Oboro scans, I think, Yosuke, and sees that the Scorpion is inside of him, and then they can't figure out a way to get rid of them. While the Rangers get that news, though, Iko remembers seeing kind of a medal on Jingiro's foot, and then they kind of figure out where his hideout must be because of the shavings or whatever was on his boot. So the Rangers end up finding the hidden location, and then they steal the bomb before he can set it off. They end up fighting, but he confuses them with his mirages, making them kind of fight or attack each other, until Yosuke gets a call from a mysterious figure that he doesn't know, and the figure kind of gives him a hint on what he should do to try to get out of the move. He does that, and he ends up attacking the real one. Everybody else does the same thing, and they kind of break out of the illusion. But then they start collapsing because of the scorpions that is embedded in their bodies. They pull it together and end up defeating Jingiro and release the people that were exclamation points. But Wendy throws a giant mask that causes Jin Gito to become a giant and fit the mask. So the whole thing is she throws the giant mask, it sucks up the cells, and then it makes him large so he can fit the giant mask. So we get Wendy's explanations are back again. Yeah. I had the same vibe. So the Rangers head out, and then they use their new gadget ball, but they still end up getting defeated, and they're about to be defeated, or they're about to be finished off when let's see, the ninja of ninjas, Hurricaneger, the green laser celestial ninja, heads in with his helicopter and microphone bat / sword, I don't know. So he transforms, and then he calls his what are they called? Shinobi machine, and it transforms into Tenkujin. So it then fights with a Karakuri ball, which surprises everybody. I think it's called Spin Bee. And then he ends up destroying Jin Gito, and then freezes all of the Rangers in one fell swoop, and kind of removes the scorpions before he thaws them out. And then he's like, peace out. And then he just disappears. He's like, Frozen, you're saved. Thank you. Bye. Yeah. So, and then before the episode kind of ends, Maruba mentions that Iko is still in danger. And then that's kind of where the episode ends off. What'd you think?
The most exciting part for me was seeing Wendy show up again in her explanation. I literally was like, yeah! In the middle of the episode, I was like, yeah!
Yeah, I don't know why that hit, but it was like, oh yeah, she's back. Okay.
Yeah, and she was like, my shoulder hurts. I said, I feel you, girl.
Yeah.
I feel you. I don't know why, but I just like it. I just like it so much. It touches me right.
It makes no sense, but it works. I don't know. Yeah, I'm with you.
It's the little things, man.
Yeah,
it's the little things. Okay, so the Rangers escaped the box. I thought that was cool. Initially, I thought that's what they were going to do at first, but obviously, drama got a drama, so I see why they waited. The sixth pillar is hilarious. In my book, I enjoy him. I can see where he can be annoying, but I enjoy him because he's like a complete 180 of personalities from the other spheres that we've seen. So it's like him with them is perfect. It's like it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like perfect. And I think there's not power. One thing I will say is I don't think it's power creep right now, which is, well, at all, but there's no power creeping happening. And like, he just came in and he's like just stronger, or he's just more, I don't want to say strategic, but mischievous or something like that. Like, he just uses different tactics, which throws the Rangers off. And it's like, I like the fact that it's like something new. It's just something new, but not necessarily just being overpowered for being overpowered sake. So I like that. But also they're giving the Rangers like some real reasons to not be at their full potential type of thing. So it's like it makes sense as to why they're not really winning, because every time they try to come up and get into full power, there's something else going on because there's actual strategy happening on the bad guys team. And it's like all of it just makes sense, and I'm loving it, and it's all carrying over from episode to episode, and then it's like things get fixed and then other things go awry, and then it's like I love it. I'm sorry, I'm excited. But no, this episode was great. At the end, we see the ninja of ninjas, the Hurricaneger, and I remember his name. Okay, so when he showed up, I was like, wait, how could I forget that he was in here? I know exactly who he is, and I knew he was in it.
Because I had no clue. Like, I didn't know there was going to be a sixth Ranger. I thought it was just going to be those 5, and I was like, all right, whatever.
I completely forgot, because I have seen this in the American version, and he's in the American version, obviously, and like literally one of my favorites. Like, I had the little Lego set where his mask like turns back and forth and everything like that. It was great. Perfect. Anyways, I digress. But yeah, I completely forgot he was in this one. I was like, I think I said something. I was like, I feel like I'm missing something. there's no way because you said something about them bringing in the other two early, and I was like, yeah, but I was like, I could have sworn, but I didn't want to say nothing, and then also I didn't remember, and like I was thinking about it, I was like, is there more? And then I saw him hitting the bats, and I was like, duh, I can't believe I forgot. I don't know how I forgot that. So I was definitely excited to see that. And I said, dang, they're bringing him in kind of early too. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But no, he's really cool. I like the way that he is kind of like in this one. He kind of like comes in just speaking English. It kind of threw me off at first. I said, wait. I said, hold up. But I like the way he says it. Like they're all still dramatic and like so like kind of like over the top, but not like too over the top. They're like right there.
Yeah.
I'm just like, there's like that water tension bubble. That's them. They're the water tension bubble. So I'm just like, yeah. I'm all for it. They all have different all the Rangers have different personalities, and it's perfect. It is perfect. Like they literally brought in two jokesters at the same time, and it's great. I love it. So yeah. I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about having. It feels like there, at least currently, there's two teams that are kind of like combined. They're not like one unit; they're like two units. So maybe this guy kind of meshes them together. Obviously, I have no idea because I have not seen this season yet, but I like it. Like I'm not mad at it. It all kind of flows together, and then just having him be out, I'm out. So I'm like, okay, what's gonna go on here? It's a different vibe from the other series where it's just like, yeah, I'm not gonna join you because of reasons. This guy's just like, I'm not gonna join you, and I'm like, okay. I don't know. Maybe he joins him, maybe he doesn't. I don't know. So yeah, I like it. I like it so far. I'm in with it. And then him just coming in with this huge long line of all of his names. I'm like, okay, bruh, whatever. Whatever.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah. So.
Heck yeah, man. Oh yeah, I guess you haven't seen this. Okay. Well, we'll wait till after the episodes. But I was gonna ask, like with the new perspective, like, well, I guess you're speaking on it, but I was gonna say, like, how are you feeling about the introduction of the Rangers, like in comparison to the other ones? But we're kind of talking about it, but we can talk about it afterwards.
Sure. Well, let's keep going. Well, we could talk about it next time. But let's go ahead with scroll number 23, Cologne and the Great Detective. Pronto Metante. So we start this one out with the Hurricanegers being impressed with Hurricaneger, but they have no clue to his identity, and they haven't heard from him in a little bit. But we, the audience, do realize that he must be related to Hamster Sensei's contact, whoever that is. Then we have a new monster on the loose. It's Killer Cologne, and they are going to try to rot the world by turning people into colognes. So the monster does that, and a detective happens to see it happen, and then he starts getting on the trail and trying to run down the monster. As he's investigating or snooping around, he runs into the Hurricaneger, and we learned that his name is Taro Kakio. So they all kind of try to track down Killer Cologne, and they end up catching them in a trap. They begin to fight, and then the detective shows up again, and Iko starts to feel like a pain in his chest and starts to like collapse again. Hurricane Blue and Yellow get perfumified, and Taro starts to go ham, just shooting a tracer at Killer Cologne. And then they kind of use that to track down Cologne and or wherever they're hiding. And then Taro transforms into the Hurricaneger. So the rest of the Rangers are just like, yeah, that kind of makes sense because you are starting to get kind of fishy. What kind of detective just shoots a tracer at the guy and then keeps it going? So the Go Rider joined the fight, and then Yosuke goes into the lab and tries to release everybody that's trapped that's trapped as cologne, which he manages to do. He frees everybody except for Nanami and Kota. Then the Hurricaneger changes into a new mode by releasing his vest, which slams into the ground, and then his helmet kind of rotates backwards. And he's like, yeah, I'm going into fire mode. So he does that, and then he ends up defeating Cologne. Wendy does her thing again, and complains about her shoulder hurting. And then Tin Kujin and Shin Pujin team up to take out Kyoudai Cologne as Iko collapses again on the ground. Taro ends up coming out of the sewer, and when he does that, everybody's like, wait, what? And then we get the reveal that Hurricaneger isn't really Taro. So they're back in the same spot where they don't know what Hurricaneger's real identity is, and that's kind of where the episode leaves off. What'd you think?
It's so cool. It's so. I like the fact that one, like, obviously he's a ninja, so obviously he's like should be a master of disguises. So that makes sense.
Which makes sense, but like, I'm sorry. So the whole episode, you're like, okay, we're going to that format. We have the new ranger. We're fine. I was like, oh, okay, they already know who he is. Yeah. Like, they figured it out. Of course it's the detective. That guy's fishy AF. And then we keep going. And then at the end, they're like, nah, bruh's a ninja. That's not who he is, really. And I'm like, yeah, I guess. It makes sense.
Like, oh, well, I guess that makes sense too.
Yeah. I'm like, what are you doing? This show is way too good. Like, it shouldn't be as good as it is. I don't understand it.
But it is. I've been hitting this show the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, this show really crept up. I'm sorry, Time Ranger, you got to take second place. This show's there. We're only halfway through, and this show is already there.
Yeah,
I was like, this show is great.
Yeah,
but no, okay. So I gave the detective a side eye because I noticed his voice at first, and I said, "Wait, his voice is too deep to be the Green Ranger." And I was like, "Unless he's using a voice changer." Like I don't know why that caught my ear, but it did. I was like, "Wait, his voice is way too deep. Like, this isn't working." But then he came, like, after he fell into the sewer, he came back, and I said, "Why is he cracking a joke?" And then I was like, "Wait, is he?" Just too much. I was like, I can't right now. I'm feeling too many things. Oh, but one thing that I didn't feel too much about. Well, no, I felt a lot about, but it didn't confuse me. Was hearing Wendy come back again into her instructions. Oh, I can never get enough of that. I'm going to enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah. Kind of know that it's probably going to go away, but somehow I think it might come back one more. It's got to come back again.
It has to.
Yeah.
Please come back again. But I enjoy that. I think. Oh man. Whew. I'm sweating. I'm so excited. I just love these episodes, man. It's so good. The perfume lady. That was interesting to say the least. I was wondering how they were going to fight her because I was like, well, her power seems pretty OP. She just is like perfumify, and then you just turn it to perfume. And so, like, with that logic, I was like, well, why didn't she just perfumify all of them to begin with? But hey, I digress. You know, monster's gonna monster. So that was cool. And then, wait, hold on. No, I think well, no, monsters are gonna monster, and they're stupid. Like, she literally went through all that. She was like, yeah, you want your friends back? Throw your weapons down. And then she was like, had a flame on them. She's like, I'm gonna boil them. And then I was like, oh no, it's over for yellow and blue. And then they threw their weapons down, and she's like, ha! And then she throws them, and they turn back into their human forms. And I was like, well, that kind of defeated your leverage. Like, that was the whole point.
Well, I think she threatens to like flame them to get them to throw down the weapons, and then once they throw down the weapons, she's like, well, I'm gonna do it anyway. And then she flames them and throws them down, and they take that damage. But yeah, I think she did do it after the fact. So that one I wasn't too like worried about, because it was like, okay, she was using them as leverage, and then once she got what she wanted, she did it anyway, because that's what bad guys got a bad guy. But I am surprised they didn't take more damage than they did take, but I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, that just seemed very counterproductive in my
Yeah.
opinion. But no, this episode was good. I enjoyed it a lot. Dude, our ninja of ninjas is quite the character. I'm definitely eager to see what happens.
Yeah, and then what's that?
I was gonna say he pulled a little Rock Lee Goku move.
Yeah,
Taking his vest
the
off.
vest coming off, because it's like, okay, he's kind of reminding me of some of the other green ninjas, and then when he's like, all right, different mode, and then the vest comes off and it just go boom. I'm like, huh,
Yeah.
okay. And then the helmet turns around. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it. Give me more. Give me more. Straight to the veins. Let's go.
Right. Let's end off the week with Scroll 24, the Taiko Drum and Lightning. Taiko to Inazuma. So we start off with Sargain and Manmuraba, both kind of continuing along their plans to rot the world / get revenge against the Goureiger. Lightning starts attacking the city, and everybody's like, hey, that lightning seems kind of like a Ikazuchi school move or attack, which starts having everybody kind of suspicious of the Goureiger. But it ends up being a new monster called Una Daigo, and he's using attacks like the Goureiger, and he attacks while he's attacking Maruba also attacks the Goureiger. Ikko collapses again, which he's been frequent to do lately. And then the Hurricaneger see that, and then they kind of retreat with the Goureiger in tow. Once that happens, Ikko kind of realizes that there is a scorpion egg inside his body, and then the Hurricaneger kind of disguises himself as the drummer that had been going around in the city, and gets close to Una Daigo. And then once he starts getting Una Daigo kind of on his side, he transforms and then starts fighting him. But he gets beaten, so the Rangers kind of join him in the fight. But they still all get defeated until the brothers start a drum battle and then end up defeating Una Daigo in the battle, and then in real life. So Una Daigo then grows large, and Senpujin and Goureigen attack and end up using a new Karakuri ball weapon that they get from Hurricaneger to defeat Una Daigo. And then afterwards, Ikko can be seen kind of walking off in pain, and I think that's where the episode ends off. What'd you think?
I like this one too. I liked all the episodes. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, this one kind of gets kind of in that the pacing was fine, but it's just like, oh, okay, this one's gonna be about taiko drumming, and they're like, oh, we're gonna have a drum battle, yo, and then they start doing it. I was like, okay, but it's fine. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not hating it. Yeah. It's
definitely getting into like the silliness, but it's also like kind of still introducing the Hurricaneger, like still introducing him as a new character, and like I'm not mad at it because you're still seeing his personality come out, and obviously him doing his disguise thing.
It's like, okay, so I mean, what's that? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, but you still get some backstory and stuff with the Goureigers, who like when they're walking away, they're like, okay, well we're supposed to be helping the I forget the other name they had for them, but the Hurricanegers from the shadows.
Oh yeah.
And the only way we can do that is if they hate us, which is why he was walking away like that and stuff like that. So it's like you still get some backstory. So it's not all silliness, but it's still pretty silly.
It's not. It's got a lot of one-shot vibes, like Monster of the Week or Episode of the Week vibes, but they do a lot of backstory building, and then even Hurricaneger talking about, or we start getting ideas that he's supposed to be kind of this bridge between the two schools, or that was
Yeah.
like his purpose, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I think earlier, it felt like it's two teams or two groups working together for like a common goal, but it doesn't ever feel like they're like one cohesive team. They work together pretty well, but like it doesn't feel like they're the Rangers, Ninja Rangers or whatever.
Yeah, they're not my Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I'll tell you that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I could go down the list, but they're getting there. They're getting there.
Yeah.
They're getting there. Are they the Lost Galaxy Rangers? Nope. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. The Rangers in space?
Yeah.
Not yet. Not yet. We should watch that. I can't. So you would love it. Have you? Wait, this is a sidetrack. Have you seen any of the American Power Rangers?
Yes, I saw the first 2 seasons
Of Mighty Morphin.
Yeah. Yep. Maybe season 3. Other than that, I think I've seen random episodes, but not like the full thing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's steamroll through these Super Sentai so we can get to the American versions, because you would like it. I feel like you would like it. You would probably like the American versions.
I don't know.
In a different capacity than the Super Sentai. I was gonna say more, but in a different. They're different. Like Super Sentai is still good, but they're just. It's like a different type of feeling.
I don't know, man.
I'm telling you, some of the runs, like I feel like it's the same thing. Some runs are better than others. Like some seasons in the Power Rangers are better than others. The same way as like Super Sentai. Like Power Ranger was like, why are we here type of thing.
Yeah.
But like there's something like that in the Power Rangers. But like, but there's like this one, like the Ninpuu Hurricaneger is like already kind of like great.
Yeah.
But there's some like that in Power Rangers, so it's like
okay, we'll see.
So yeah, I'm telling you, you would like it. You would love it. You would love it. But anyways, I know that was like sidetracked, but no, I like this episode. Excuse me, the drum battle was crazy. One, having the Hurricaneger kind of come out of the woodworks, and he's like, "Well, there, buddy, I got this. I got this. I'll go up there." And then he was like, "Yo, Sensei, what's good, bro?"
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Me, Sensei, human, me." And then like he literally taught him. He's like, "Put your back into it." And he's like, "Ah." And then he started going. And he was like. He was like, "Well, I know your weakness, so on guard."
Yeah,
it's just like it's just, I don't know. It's silly, but it's like it makes sense though. It's perfect.
Yeah,
it makes sense. I don't know. I'm all in it.
I mean, I wasn't expecting this season to be this good, but it's good. I like it.
The season's good.
Yeah,
the season's good. Heck yeah. I don't know if Nanami is still my favorite Ranger anymore. I don't know. She has to. I don't know, the Hurricaneger. I mean, not Hurricaneger. Hurricaneger is kind of he quickly just kind of like came in as a favorite. I was like, whoa. I don't know. It's his quirkiness, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I bet.
We'll see. But Nanami's still up there. She might be top 2, not 1. So we'll see.
But I guess if there's nothing else, that's it for Hurricaneger for this week. We can move on to Kamen Rider Ryuki, starting with episode 21, Yui's Pass, Yui no Kakko. So we open up with Ren attacking Shinji, like we left last week, when Tezuka kind of breaks it up. And then the Berserk Rhino shows up and is apparently targeting Asakura. Shinji learns that Ren is trying to revive his girlfriend, Erdi. And then we kind of cut back to the cafe, and Yui starts asking the aunt about the house in the picture. And then the aunt kind of gets really weird and starts dodging her answers and is like, yeah, I don't know what happened. All of the photos of you when you were younger just got destroyed and all of this other stuff. There's nothing I can show you. I gotta go. Bye. And then she just bounces. Tezuka kind of happens to figure out some clues. He sees the picture of the house that Yui had the picture of. And then he kind of looks in a window and is like, oh yeah, that should be close to this train line. And then they go in that area to find out where the house is. When they find it, they're about to enter, and Yui kind of has this strong feedback, and then she kind of collapses outside of the house while Tezuka goes inside. Shinji runs into Shiro and keeps asking him kind of questions about what's going on and why are the riders fighting each other and going down that rabbit hole. And then that kind of sends him to a funk. Reiko ends up catching a glimpse of Asakura as he's kind of dodging the cops again. And she's like, hey, that seems suspicious. I don't think that dude is really dead. I'm going to start investigating again. Meanwhile, Shinji ends up finding Rin and Asakura. And then he ends up agreeing to fight Asakura. Well, he wants to fight Rin, but then he's like, okay, I'll fight you, Asakura, because you want to fight. And then with Rin, since he's like, I don't agree with you, he's saying something along the lines like, I don't agree with you, but I'm willing to fight you and kind of take that on. And then he gets into a fight with Asakura instead. But as he's about to transform, Asakura hits him with a pipe from the back and kind of hurts his arm. Nevertheless, Shinji's like, I'm transforming. He transforms. And then they both transform basically. And then they go in and start fighting. Oja. Kamen Rider Oja is Asakura. So he's about to defeat Ryuki when Knight kind of comes to his senses and then shows up at the last minute and knocks him away. And then he kind of says, I'm actually going to defeat Ryuki. And then the Rhino shows up again and he's about to attack Oja when Oja pulls out a second contract card, makes a contract with the Rhino. So now he has two contracts, and then he attacks Rin and Shinji with both monsters, and they're just like, what? And start getting blown away. What'd you think? That's kind of where the episode ends off.
First off, what an episode to come back on.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. We started the episode with them fighting, ended the episode with them fighting. I was like, wow, full circle. One, Lord have mercy, dude. Kamen Rider has so much going on inside of one episode. It's crazy.
And this is only like 2 or 3 of the people.
You're telling me?
Yeah.
Bro, holy smokes! Like, okay, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Before I even talk about what I feel about this episode, like, the fact that they have so much going on in the episode, like, they're literally the same length as the Super Sentai episodes, if you really, like, think about it. Like, 23 minutes, 24 minutes, like, somewhere around there, 23 to 26. Right, it feels like they're twice as long as the Super Sentai episodes. And I don't know how they fit so much story in, but it still seems... I don't know, but because I thought about that today. I was like, yo, I literally watched the Super Sentai episodes, pretty much all 4 in one go, and it didn't seem like it was that long. Like, it just kind of like flowed. But then I was like, watching the Kamen Rider episodes, I was like, I had to break them up. I couldn't watch all 4 in one go. I had to watch like 2. It was crazy. But they're still good, though. And it takes the same amount of time. It's just dense, like, in a good way. All right. Now for what I think about the episode. I think that it's interesting to see Ren go through his kind of development, and to see him kind of struggle with what he wants to do, like with his newfound relationships versus his old found relationship, and like what he wants to do with both of those and how he's gonna like move through it. It's interesting to see him navigate that. Yui questioning the aunt about the house picture was kind of funny. Yeah, this aunt, she's up there, man. I like her so much. I like her, even though she's kind of fishy in this one. She was like, "Oh, this house? Yeah, I know. No, I know nothing about that. Oh, what is that, mother? Are you calling me?" And so, I like that. I like the fact that they're going through that. I mean, I don't think that's gonna stop Yue. She seems pretty determined. I think it's also interesting to see hmm, Shoichi. What's his
Shinji?
name? Ken Shinji.
Shinji.
Shoichi's Shoichi's the other one. Akito.
Yeah.
My bad. Shinji. It's cool to see Shinji kind of also going through his own kind of development as far as like, well, do I fight? Do I not fight? How do I keep people from fighting? How do I go navigate this whole landscape? And he kind of like approaches Ren at the end. He's like, well, well, no. Before I even get to that point, I don't know how News Lady saw. Freaking these names are gonna kill me. Saw
Asakura?
yes, Asakura in the mirror. I guess he was kind of wandering around through the mirror world because he wasn't there in the real world.
I think he was. And did she see him in a mirror? I thought she was
She saw
driving
him in the
around
mirror.
and saw something. Or maybe she saw. I think she might have thought it was like a reflection and that maybe he
Mhm.
just disappeared before she could see him. Like, I don't know if she noticed it was like in a different world.
Yeah, I don't think she noticed it was in a different world, but she did see him in the mirror, and like
Uh,
we know that he travels around in the mirrors
yeah.
now ever since the motorcycle. So I don't know if he's like doing that, and that was just kind of like a chance sighting, but it's cool. But no, they didn't do that this episode. But it's interesting to see that. It's interesting to see Ren also talk to Akas. Uh, what's his
Asakura?
name again? Asakura, and like he's like, yeah, can you take out can can you take out Ryuki for me? Because I can't do it. There's so many
Yeah.
names. I'm sorry. I was about to say Agito. There's
Yeah.
so many names going on in my head right now. It's so bad. Can you take out Ryuki?
Ryuki.
Ryuki.
Yeah.
Can you take out Ryuki and everything like that? Because he's kind of just like in my way, and then he shows up and he's like, fight him if you want to. So I don't know. I like the episode. It was just a lot. It's just so much going on. In a good way though. It's to try to like put my thoughts to it. It's a lot. But yeah, Asakura coming through with the blindside hit at the end is
Yeah.
nuts.
Well,
This guy is
yeah. That was
insane.
the only thing was just like, oh, really? Like, you want to fight? I guess, yeah, it makes sense because he got beaten bad by Ryuki before. And it's just like, all right.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's going to play dirty. And then
If
him
it's
getting the two monsters at the end, I was like, okay, well, this guy is going to really play dirty.
dude.
But
No, that second. Where did he even get the second contract? Did he get it from?
I assume he got it from what's it? What's his name?
The guy he beat?
No, Shiro. Kanzaki Shiro.
Mm, mm, mm. Oh, the guy who's kind of behind the scenes running everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I assume he didn't get it from the guy he beat. He's got to have gotten it from Kanzaki.
Mm. Playing dirty,
Maybe.
man. Playing.
I don't know. He could have gotten it anywhere, I guess, but I assume that's what happened.
Yeah, they're not really clear on like where you find the cards.
Yeah.
Not entirely. So yeah.
But
we still don't know how Yui had her card deck.
yeah, that's true.
So yeah. But yeah, that's what I thought about this episode. I mean,
Yeah, good episode. What's up?
I will say I thought that his costume would change, his suit would change, like to like be like the snake and the rhino, but I guess not.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been cool, but yeah, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah. Well, let's keep it moving to episode 22, Raya's Revenge, Raya no Fukushu. So Oja attacks with a rhino, final vent, and then there's this huge explosion and everybody kind of goes flying, and then we kind of see everybody hit their time limit and start fading, and then Oja's just like, nah, we're still fighting, bro. So he keeps going after Ryuki and Knight. Tezuka ends up questioning Shiro because he sees him inside the house where he's at. And then Shiro kind of gives him a new card. And then we can see that the card says survive. And then Tezuka suddenly gets attacked and kind of gets hit on his hand. Eventually, Rin and Shinji escape, and then they hear about Yui and Tezuka's adventures at the house. And then Tezuka kind of tells them about the photo of the kids. And then he tells just those two that it's not actually a photo from the past, because that train line actually changed colors and it was a different color in the past. It's only that color in the future or in the present. And that's really weird. And then after that, Tezuka sees the future, and then afterwards he says that he will be the next rider to die. Afterwards, Shinji talks to him by themselves, and then he learns that there was an explosion in the house like a couple years ago, and that Shiro, or the parents, I think, died, and Shiro was very badly hurt. Or there was two kids. One of them was badly hurt, and one of them had no damage at all. And then he also says that he became a rider in place of a friend of his who died. Then we kind of shift over back to Reiko, and Reiko and Yui Yui as well keeps investigating. They're not investigating together. They're investigating separate things. While Goro, the butler to Kitaoka, the lawyer, goes out looking for Asakura, and then he gets taken hostage. They come across each other, and then Goro just gets yoinked into the mirror world by Asakura's monster. Asakura then calls Kitaoka and demands that all the riders show up to fight, but he kind of doesn't call anybody or tell anybody or do anything. And then Tezuka gets attacked by a mysterious monster, and then Shinji kind of transforms to help him fight it, but Tezuka kind of shoves him out of the way and ends up defeating the monster by himself. Meanwhile, Ren comes to talks to Kitaoka, and then he kind of doesn't get any real answers from him. So in the end, Knight and Zola both transform, and then they head off to the mirror world, and that's kind of where the episode leaves off. What'd you think?
All right.
Another big episode.
Yeah. Oh man, it's a lot to try to cover. One, Ryuki and Knight survived this. Final event. So, I mean, I thought it was kind of cool to see them both use the guard vent. And I was like, oh, that seems kind of smart. Maybe the other people should have used the guard vent against the final vent. I don't know. Sounds like a great idea. Wonder if we'll see that again. But they survived that. And they lived to tell the tale. It seems like if you stay longer, it has a toll on your physical body once you get back, because when God dang it, what's his name?
Asakura
tries to attack Shinji as he's leaving. He just kind of falls back and faints out.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. I was like, yay. But yeah, they dip out. One or two, I guess. It's Yui and
Tezuka
being in the Tezuka
yeah
being in the house. I thought the mirror room would, and it's just my thoughts. I think that, like that's his like the brother's headquarters. So I like my initial thoughts are like the brother's not dead. He's just kind of chilling in the room and he just keeps going into the mirror world since it's a room full of mirrors or something. Or like this is where he he made the mirror world somehow. I don't know. That's just speculations right now. But
Yeah, my speculation is that he's trapped in there for some reason. Well, but he had to give. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I feel like he's trapped there for some reason,
yeah,
but I
that's
don't
a
know.
good one too. Maybe we'll find out. I don't know, but I think that house and that room has a big part to play in it.
Yeah.
Um, but I wonder what that monster that we saw kind of when Te- Tezuka, yeah, when Tezuka looked in the mirror and he got attacked in his hand, like the thingy that reached out. I wonder what monster, like who that belongs to, or
Well, that was the
if it,
monster that he ends up defeating at the end of the episode.
yeah. Oh, so it doesn't belong to anybody.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just a monster. I don't think it belonged to anybody.
That's random. Oh, whatever. But okay.
Well, they have random monsters that pop up every once in a while.
That's true, but it seemed like it was pretty like intentional because the dude was like, "Yeah, well, you're next," and then he just like gets attacked by a monster. But nah, it could have been a coincidence. What a coinky dink. So there's that. Oh crap. Uh, there's so much going on. I like the episode. Well, we'll continue. There was so much in the episode. We can continue. I liked it though.
Yeah.
I liked it. It's a lot, and like I don't want to confuse like future episodes for this one because I'm starting to muddle them together a little bit.
Well, we can move on to episode 23, Changing Destiny, Kawaru Unme. This one opens up kind of where the last episode ended, with Knight and Zorda kind of getting their fight on. And then we shift over to Tezuka, and he says that, or he's talking to Shinji, and then he says that the monster that he defeated was the monster that killed his friend, Yuichi. And then we kind of learn a little bit of Tezuka's backstory. So Yuichi was a pianist who had been hurt in an accident, and then he kind of couldn't play anymore. He was approached by Shiro and kind of given the spiel that the rest of the writers had gotten, where the final one can kind of get whatever they want. His friend ended up rejecting it, and then he got kind of attacked by the monster. But I think it said that that monster, maybe it was his monster, because I think it said that he had made the contract to the monster and then gotten eaten by it. Kitoka and Ren end up having a draw, and then they kind of escape the mirror world. But Goro, and then Kitoka still doesn't go after Goro, but Goro ends up escaping by himself and then just arriving back at the house, and he's like, yeah, sorry, it took me a little bit. And then he just keeps going on. And then Tezuka ends up leaving the cafe for good. But as he leaves, he gives Rin the survive card. And then he says that the incident that hurt his friend was because of Asakura. So Asakura had rampaged in a street or whatever and had injured his friend and had caused him not to be able to play the piano anymore. We get a lot of hijinks with Nanaoka, which is pretty funny. But then we end up shifting over to Reiko, who ends up investigating by herself, even though she specifically tells Shinji that she would not. But Shinji doesn't pick up his phone. So she ends up investigating, finding Asakura's hideout and his jacket, and then kind of hanging out around there. Shiro shows up to Asakura and tells them that he will help him fight Raya. And then he tells Tezuka that Asakura finds Tezuka, and then says that if he doesn't fight him, he doesn't know what's going to happen to all these people around. So they both transform. And then we get an odd scene that as soon as they transform, we cut back to Yui, and there's this bright light, and she kind of goes into a daze. Meanwhile, Raya starts fighting. He isn't really into the fight, but he fights Oja, and then Shinji runs in to block some of Oja's attacks against him, and then he kind of gets worked by Oja, and then Oja's about to do his final vent attack, and then Raya jumps in at the last second in front of the attack and pushes Shinji to safety. So the attack ends up hitting Raya, and then Shinji is saved. Night ends up arriving around then, and then uses the survive card to let Shinji and Tezuka escape. Tezuka tells Shinji that it was actually Shinji that was supposed to die, and that's what he saw in his vision. So he actually had changed fate. And then Tezuka kind of dies with his final breath. And then we start ending, and we cut back to Night, and Night is just totally ore farming, and then he starts showing his new form, and that's kind of where the episode ends out. What'd you think?
One, I really like Knight's new form. Our form definitely warranted. I think one, I hate, and yes, hate's a strong word. I hate the fact that the dude had all the mouth sounds and drinking sounds as he was drinking the green juice. In the office. Oh my goodness! Like, I promise you, it played. I had my finger over the volume button the whole time, and like he would pick up the cup to drink. I would turn it all the way down, and then he would drink, and then I would turn it all the way up because he would start talking again, and then I would mute it when he started drinking, and then turn it back up when he was talking. And I was like, oh, and she kept pouring the drink, and I was like, stop. Pouring the drink, he's done, please. Have mercy on my ears, please. But I absolutely hated that part. But the juice did look kind of good. I don't know why he was making that face. It did look good though. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what it was, but I missed that part.
I assume it's the green drink. There's this drink that they used to do during like TV shows as a batsu, or the penalty game. So they would play like a talk show or whatever. Sometimes the guests it's usually like pop stars or celebrities, and then they'd play a game between themselves or with the hosts and themselves, and whoever loses usually has to do something that's like a penalty. And sometimes it's a bad tasting juice that they would have to drink, or something really spicy. So that's probably what it was.
Oh, okay.
Like a healthy green juice, but it tastes like crap.
Oh, well then, probably not then.
Yeah,
I think that. But I liked how man, Shinji, he kind of was like serious, and I feel like it's a different tone than his coworkers are used to seeing him being. When he's talking to his news lady, and he's like, "Yo, don't go by yourself," and she's like, "Yeah, whatever, I can do this," and he's like, "No, like seriously, don't go by yourself," and she's like, "Oh, okay, yeah." And then he's like, "All right, cool." And then they're like, "Who are you, Shinji?" And then he's like, "Bro, like, stop, I'm me." He's like, "It's me." He's like, "Get off me." I like that. You can see his character developing a lot. A lot more. He seems like he's just maturing a bit. I would say so much. I would say go Jogoro, go Jogoro, Rogo, the Butler Man.
Oh, Goro.
Goro, there it is. Goro, that guy's hilarious. That man is hilarious. He literally freak me in the face. Sakuraku. What's his name?
Kitoka? Oh no, Sakura.
Sakuraku.
Asakura.
Asakura is his name. Thank you. Asakura kidnaps Goro. Yes, Goro. And then he's like, Goro's like, yeah, I told you he wasn't gonna show up. And he's just like mad and breaking the car. And like he's so chill the whole time, like he's breaking like windows next to his face, and he's like, oh, I'm so bored. It's like it's perfect. I like he's the cool character. Like I like him. He's probably top 5 for me at this point. Um like yeah, he's up there. He's so chill, man. How can you not like him? But then to have Kita
Kitaoka.
Kitaoka and Ren show, at least I get Ren right. At least I get Ren right. Kitaoka and Ren show up, just kind of like, well, our fight didn't really end up too well. We kind of tied. Um, it's it's interesting to see them all be so like evenly matched at this point. Excuse me. You would think that somebody would be like more overpowered, but they've all seemed to be pretty even as far as what's going on, like their power levels. So it's cool to see that they can get like buffs from different other cards, like either getting a new contract card or the survive card, whatever. And to see them kind of go about powering up that way. But it's also cool to see them implement different strategies, like as they fight each other. Obviously they know more about how they're using their powers, because I think during the kita oka fight kita toka fight kita kota fight,
Kitaoka.
yeah, the kita fight. I would call him kita. During the kita fight, the kita and Ren fight, you can see Ren kind of like recognize that his final event and everything like that, and kind of like dodge it and stuff and move out the way. And so it's cool to see them kind of like recognizing certain tactics and adjusting. Um, so yeah, I think that's cool. But yeah, the aura farm at the end was definitely warranted, and I like his new suit.
Yeah.
I said all that to say that.
So the same with me as well. I like the episode. We're starting to get a little backstory for some people, which I always like. And they keep giving us new information, so I'm not really bored about it.
Yeah.
So overall, good episode. I liked it. So we can finish off the week with episode 24, Oja's Secret, Oja no Himitsu. So we start this episode with Knight continuing his farm, and then he just starts working Oja when a monster attacks Knight out of the blue and gives Oja enough time to escape. Meanwhile, Shinji and Yui are mourning Tezuka. Asakura arrives back hurt to his hideout and finds Reiko, who is about to call the cops, but Asakura's like, yo, I'm just going to escape again, so you're wasting your time. And she kind of thinks about it and is like, yeah, you're right. And then she starts kind of asking him questions. She ends up learning his family died in a fire, but his brother Akira is alive. She learns this after she goes to Kitaoka and kind of questions him a little bit about what he knows about Asakura. Meanwhile, Yui returns back to the house and finds some pictures of the windows on the windows. And then we kind of cut back. She finally gets to go inside the house and kind of takes some of the covering off of a window and sees a painting behind there. Then the monster shows up again around Rin. Rin and Shinji. Rin transforms and goes after it, but gets attacked by a second monster, so he ends up using the survive card to power up. Then his bat also powers up, and then they defeat one of the monsters, but the other kind of runs away and escapes. Reiko tries to secretly have Shinji look for Asakura's little brother, who is apparently alive somewhere. But while she's doing that, Asakura overhears her and then is like, what? He's really alive? And that's kind of where that section of the episode leaves off. And then we cut back over to Rin and Shinji, who then transform to head after another monster. And as they're fighting it, Zoroda suddenly shows up and just starts hammering it with ranged attacks. And then, like, they've only been in there for a very short time, and then they start getting the telltale signs that their time is up in the mirror world pretty quickly. So all three of them kind of leave. And once they leave, all of their cards with their monsters, or I don't know if it's their contract card or a different one, but it has all their monsters, but the monsters slowly disappear from the card. And then we see, did we see Shiro? I think we see him right as the episode ends, because that's kind of the end of the episode. Everybody's card kind of Thanos snaps away. So what did you think?
Yeah. I thought it was cool. It was their contract cards.
It was the contract.
Yeah, the ones with the monsters on it are the contract cards.
Okay.
So yeah, they all kind of like they blink out and Thanos snap away. I was like, oh, because like I thought it was just like one person's, but
yeah,
no, it's like all of them. So that is pretty interesting. That is definitely a curveball. I think going backwards, I guess I've been saying it's interesting a lot, but it has been pretty interesting as far as storytelling goes. What's the guy's name? Ojo?
Oja,
Ojo.
the Viper.
No, but his person.
Oh, Goro.
No.
Asakura.
Yeah, Asakura. The crazy guy from prison.
Yeah.
The crazy guy from prison. Asakura. Yeah, it's interesting to see him not be so crazy once he hears that his brother might be alive.
Yeah.
He kind of like I don't want to say zens out a little bit, but like he like the little haze and the little glaze or gloss over his eyes for all the violence and everything like that kind of like clears a little bit, and he's like, yo, so he said he's alive. Is that true?
Yeah.
Like, it's just kind of like he kind of like, but it's like juxtaposed to like Rin being like, yo, he can't be saved. Like, who are you gonna save first?
Yeah.
Kitoka, whatever.
Kitoka.
Yeah, Kitoka or you know what? Forget it. Kitoka or crazy person. Who are you gonna save first? And it's like, well, I'm gonna save the crazy guy first.
Asakura.
Dude, I'm not. This is killing me. The names are throwing me off. You've said his name like 50 times. I can't right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters. I thought about if I should just like refer to them as their writer names, or should I just refer to them always as like their human names? But I wasn't sure. But
that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. But they end up killing guys off every once in a while, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Which I think helps it not get too overcrowded.
Yeah.
And I don't think they do it like just willy-nilly. So far, I think they've all not been... I haven't been upset with who they take out and when.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. But here in Shinji.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Hearing Shinji talk about saving them was interesting. So it was a cool juxtaposition right there, or counterbalance going on. First off, I don't know why News Lady is still investigating by her lonesome. And also, why is Shinji not mad that she's there by herself? You know what? Like, because like he definitely made a big deal about it, and then just for her to call him and him be like, "Oh, okay, cool, bet I'll investigate. Got you." It's like, no, you should be upset. There should be fire. But anyways, I don't know. I just thought that was. I don't know if it's like a plot hole or something like that. I was like, you definitely made a big deal about that. But blah, blah. It's a lot going on. It's an interesting episode. I'm eager to see what it means. Like, one, why their time was cut short, and what did their Thanos snap cards mean. So I do want to know what that is, and I want to know if Asakura's brother is showing up or being real or alive does anything to his character, like if he doesn't want to fight anymore, type of thing. So
Yeah, that would be interesting because right now that's the guy that I would be like, he's got to go. But that
yeah,
also, he also feels like Kanzaki Shiro's. It feels like Shiro is behind the scenes controlling like the monsters and Asakura to try to get everybody to fight, and that's his plan.
yeah.
So I don't know what his true goal is yet, but I do like how they're at least giving us a little bit of information every couple episodes. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
they,
kind of hard to guess where it's gonna go.
yeah,
Yeah.
you have some threads that could pull and do something. I guess the next person we see the backstory is probably going to be my trigger. Like, oh, that guy's probably going to go, which sucks. Because I guess we're learning a lot about Asakura, so maybe he will be the next.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I could see it being
It's hard,
Kitooka too.
it's hard to tell. Apparently, his time is almost up.
Yeah. So maybe it will be him. But I am curious to see what happens with the contract cards expiring. Does that mean the monsters are gone so they won't get eaten, or they just can't transform and they're all going to die? So we'll see what happens.
That is good.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. Yeah. Oh. Like, so, like, yeah. Like, if their contract cards are, like, blacked out, does that mean that the the brother guy takes control of
Shiro?
them?
I don't know.
Kiro?
Yeah.
Kiro?
Shiro.
Shiro?
Or Kanzaki. You could just call him Kanzaki.
No promises. I cannot I cannot guarantee I'm gonna remember that.
Yui's brother.
Yeah, Yui's brother. I can remember that one. Yeah. That's good. I like that. Okay. So I'm definitely excited to see what happens in the next one. I might have to write down my notes. I don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot happening.
Yeah, there's a lot happening. They keep it pretty packed, and we still get some action, which is they keep a really good balance of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm curious to see what's coming up in the next episode.
But all I'm gonna say is this was a good week for both shows.
Yeah, for all shows, I was in.
For all, actually, yeah, actually all of them. Yeah, this season has been like all 3 seasons have been so good. I mean, JJK we knew was gonna be good, but
Yeah,
like for Kamen Rider and for the Super Sentai, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Kamen Rider kind of started off, and I had faith because all the other ones were good, but I was like, I don't know what they're talking about. And now I'm just like, oh yeah, no, I'm in it. I'm all the way in it. But I feel like that always happens. I feel like that always in the beginning, it's like, huh? And then it's like you're like a couple episodes in, you're like,
yeah.
like just thinking what's happening.
So far, Kamen Rider's been pretty good.
Yeah.
It's only gotten better and better, I think. So yeah.
So, but yeah, Super Sentai. This one is I'm definitely all for it. Could it be because I'm dramatic and they're just being super dramatic in the show? Maybe. Maybe I align. Maybe I see myself in them. But who knows? But yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's all for me. That's all for me.
Well, I think that's it for us for this week. Another exciting week of episodes. Definitely looking forward to learning more about what's going to happen in the series. So look for us next week. Same place, same time. I will try to release the breakouts of the Kamen Rider and the anime and the Sentai from now on, though. So if you don't want to sit through all hour and a half of this show, hopefully you can catch the little breakouts. But look forward to seeing us next week. As always, we may not have much time, We may not have much money, but there is one thing we do have a lot of, and that is
love for Wendy, man. Love for Wendy, bro. She got it.
I need to know what's going on, Wendy.
She got my heart.
Peace.
Yeah. Okay, the hearts at the end will be great.
Yeah, that was pretty